For the very first time in the series, we will have our chance to see the very best of the best from Raw and SmackDown compete for championships and glory, and they'll have to do it in one of the toughest structures in the WWE, known as Hell in a Cell. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. My name is Brendan Plays. Big night here tonight, our first pay-per-view here in the series, which means we will crown new champions, and newly crowned champions will have to defend their championships for the very first time. It is an exciting time, ladies and gentlemen, and we will have to wait no further as our first contest is here, and it is for the United States Championship. And honestly, this match should not even be taking place because it's the wrong man involved. Damian Priest, he doesn't even deserve to be here tonight. He lost the #1 contenders match against Finn Balor. He's 1 win, 2 losses to his name, so he's had a US title shot, he lost. He had a #1 contendership match, he lost. Finn Balor got the better of him. He beat him here clean in the middle of the ring, but post-match, Damian Priest could not handle the fact that he lost. He attacked Balor with a chair, he hit his best moves on Finn, he did so much to Finn Balor, and now Finn Balor has been ruled out of this match with a concussion. But here's the interesting thing. The man himself, Vince McMahon, saw what Damian Priest did and decided to reward him with a title match. I don't get it either, but the boss loved the fact that Damian Priest would not take no for an answer. He grabbed what he wanted. He wants that US title. He would do whatever it took to get that title match, so much so that he would take out the man that rightfully deserved it. That is Finn Balor, and takes Finn Balor's spot. I don't agree with it. Look, it's upsetting. It's sad because Finn Balor deserved it. He should be here tonight. Instead, it's going to be Ciampa and Damian Priest. Ciampa's undefeated 2-0, and we're underway already. And Damian Priest with a hot start here. Damian Priest inviting Tommaso Ciampa to get in the ring, and Ciampa obliged, but I think he's made a mistake here. Ciampa goes down early on. This crowd is supporting Tommaso Ciampa. Damian Priest out of the ring, and he's going to grab that United States Championship. He's going to try and use it as a weapon. Well, whilst the chaos was going on, oh, wow, bouncing off the back of the title belt was Damian Priest head first. Well, whilst the chaos was going on, we were going to talk about the fact that not only did Vince McMahon give Damian Priest this title match, he's made it a no disqualification match. Wow, what a shot with a championship belt there by Damian Priest. And Tommaso Ciampa, he still has the mask on, and thank goodness, it might certainly give him a little bit of protection from that strike with the belt as he's trying to fight back now, but Damian Priest, a much larger man in comparison, as Ciampa goes off the apron. And a big kick there by Priest. Damian Priest in control early on in this match, and Ciampa has some time to take the jacket and the mask off. Meanwhile, Priest has time to grab the belt once again. Won't be able to utilize it though. The United States Championship was decided in a fatal four-way in the very first episode of the series. It was a ladder match. Tommaso Ciampa grabbed the belt up high and was able to come away with the championship. His first major match on Raw, and he walked away as a champion. It was huge. Damian Priest, I thought, was probably the favorite in the match. Wow. That championship belt clubbing the face of Tommaso Ciampa, crashing it in. Damian Priest in control now of Ciampa. The elbow drops down as well, and Ciampa's really slow out of the blocks here because why wouldn't he be? He hasn't had a chance to really get going as Priest has him up, and the back of Ciampa's neck going down on Damian Priest, who came into this match with a game plan clearly. He wanted to jumpstart Tommaso Ciampa, but Ciampa took the bait. Ciampa obliged. He got in the ring. He wanted to fight early on. Tommaso, what about that? Great opportunity here for him to prove that his win was not a fluke, that he's ready for the big time. He's ready for the main roster. He's ready to prove himself to be one of the emerging stars here on Raw. He's had a lot of experience at NXT. It's time to utilize that experience and apply it to the main roster. He got himself a contract on Raw, and now he wants to certainly cash in on his recent wave of momentum and build his stock as Priest, Try to smash his face in with that belt. Unable to do so, but he smashes it in anyways with the boot and the elbow right to the chest of the black heart of Tommaso Ciampa. There's Ciampa able to get some offense going as the heads collide there, the head and the jaw, as now Ciampa tries to pick him up with a suplex. Priest with a counter. Now Priest with a waist lock from behind, tries to pick him up. He's got him up in the shoulders, slamming down Ciampa, and lets Ciampa know all about it as well. And now Damian Priest is looking to finish Ciampa right here, looking for the reckoning. And here we go. Priest! Oh! The swinging cutter. The reckoning to Ciampa. And he is lifeless at the moment. He's got the belt in his hand. He's not finished yet. Continuing to wail that championship right onto the back of Ciampa's head. He's already given Finn Balor a concussion. He might be trying to do the same to Ciampa. Ciampa, though, fights back with a knee. That belt almost connecting to the face of Ciampa, but he was able to stop it, thank goodness. He got the knee up in time. Uh-oh, Priest has him up. And oh, he's looking for the Razor's Edge. Couldn't get it though. Shoulders down here. Counted 2, and we'll kick out. It would have been great to see the Razor's Edge in action there, but Priest unable to do so. Running cross body. And now Damian Priest trying to shut down this comeback here from Ciampa. He's got him up again. We saw this earlier on as the back of Ciampa's head driven into the quads of Damian Priest. He's a big man, and the fact is he's got all the size, the power, the strength, but he still wants to use that belt. I think it's almost symbolic at this point. He wants to use that championship belt to crush the face of Ciampa in and take the championship away in doing so. Ciampa, though, he's not giving up. Front, he's got the waist lock and the German suplex, and now he's trying to take care of business. What a right hand! Oh, he's got a bit of a cut open around the eye of Damian Priest, and finally a bit of revenge here. Damian Priest, he's getting a bit of a taste of his own blood here after what he did to Finn Balor. I think he deserves it. And Priest with the right hand there to Ciampa. And oh no, he's got him up here. Oh, look out, Ciampa wrapped up there and slammed down. And Damian Priest, he's seeing his own blood trickling down his face. He wants to make sure that Ciampa pays. And oh, a big move again. Picks up Ciampa, drives him down, tossing him away. Now looking to finish him off. Potentially looking for that reckoning again. Ciampa's fighting it, but he can't hang on. There's the reckoning by Damian Priest. Into the cover now. Hooks the leg for the championship. We've got ourselves a new champion. It's a short reign for Tommaso Ciampa, which is a real shame, but you just felt he never had a chance. The jump start, the title belt to the face numerous times. Damian Priest had a game plan and it's worked. He's captured the championship. Wait a second, who the hell is that? A man in a hood is here, and I think that's Finn Balor! Finn Balor with a sling blade! He's not allowed to be here tonight. He's jumped the guardrail and hits the drop kick. Finn Balor was banned from being here because of the concussion, but he has just jumped the guardrail and said, you know what, screw it. I want Damian Priest, and I'm going to get him some tonight. The coup de grace. The same move that he used to beat Priest in the first place, which should have given him the title shot tonight. Finn Balor's here, and he's got himself a small taste of revenge. Well, from crowning a new champion, it is time to crown the inaugural champion for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. It is going to be the New Day up against Sheamus and Pete Dunne. This should be interesting. The New Day, well, they already have suffered a loss to Sheamus and Pete Dunne in the lead up to Hell in a Cell. They are 1 win, 1 loss at this stage, with their 1 victory coming from the Alpha Academy. Well, they've had their troubles. Xavier Woods is 0-3 in the last 4 weeks. It's been tough going for him since the series started. We have seen more success with the Kofi Kingston and Big E combination rather than Woods and Kingston. So, well, something had to change because it was clearly not working when Sheamus and Pete Dunne defeated the New Day. Sheamus just bulldozed both Kingston and Woods. And Big E clearly was the difference maker in their big victory over the Alpha Academy. Just matched up really well, was able to pick up the pinfall victory for the team as well. So it was a much better change by including Big E to the group. Well, Sheamus, what a start he's having to the series. 3 wins, 0 losses, and he's been able to recruit a new man to join him by his side as well, and that being Pete Dunne. So I love what we've seen here from Sheamus in the last few weeks, and I think he's starting to find a new purpose. He's a man that easily could go for a World Championship or the Intercontinental Championship, but he's decided to try something a little bit different and go back into the tag team division. And so far, it's working really well. He's taken a youngster under his wing and a man that has a lot of potential to be something special here on SmackDown. His name is Pete Dunne. So far, this combination of Dunne and Sheamus has been flawless. Can they keep this success going? That is the big question. 2 wins for Pete Dunne as well. So closely behind Sheamus in the win column. He has been very good and very exciting to watch so far, has Pete Dunne. So this is a great chance for the Bruiserweight to really showcase his skills on the big stage. He could become a champion tonight. He's going with Sheamus. Sheamus has taken him under his wing, as I said. He's under the tutelage of Sheamus and trying to learn everything he can from one of the best brawlers in the WWE. And whilst Pete Dunne might not have the size of Sheamus, he certainly can pack a punch. And he is certainly a threat to anybody. When you're from England, you kind of get taught how to fight pretty quickly early on, especially in the streets. So Pete Dunne has been in a few barroom brawls in his time, I'm sure of it. And he is not afraid to match up with anybody here in the WWE. And that's the big question for him tonight. Can he sustain the pressure up against Kingston and Big E? Great start here by the New Day. Lefts and rights here by Kofi. More right hands, and Sheamus is rocked early on. Well, the question is, can the tag team combination of Sheamus and Pete Dunne get it together? Can they work together successfully to take down a team as good as the New Day? Clubbing right hand there by Sheamus. Well, that's the question, because New Day, they are one of the great tag teams of all time. Let's be real. They have won so many championships. They've been around for a long time together. They've got 3 men in the group, and all 3 combinations work really well. Sheamus! Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. What about that? He has been busted open badly above his left eye. Well, he tried for a cheap shot on Big E, and Big E he got the knee up. He just rose the knee up. Sheamus went headfirst into the knee of Big E, and you can see the price he has paid for that as he crashes over the top rope. Wow. Sheamus bleeding badly early on in this match already, just from the Big E knee. And that could either really shock Sheamus and really kind of upset what he might have had planned here. Sheamus thought he'll get the early advantage, he'll dominate early on, and he'll kind of go with that as his game plan. Well, he's got to throw that at the window because he's bleeding already. He's showing a sign of weakness. He's struggling. His vision could be gone. As Xavier Woods letting us know all about Sheamus' offense at the moment. But, Sheamus, he's in big trouble here. The other way it could go, though, of course, is if, he sees a bit of blood. Oh, he's gone for that knee again. That's dangerous. Sheamus, for a wild couple of swings. Big E fires back. He could be seeing his own blood early on, which could really motivate him. It could really piss him off, and that could be very dangerous for the New Day. We're going to see Pete Dunne, though. He's going to get his first taste of action here on a WWE pay-per-view here in Hell in a Cell. This is big for Pete Dunne, a man that dominated NXT UK, went to NXT itself, success there as well. Now it's time to see what he can do on SmackDown. There's the powerbomb up against one of the very best in the WWE, and Kofi Kingston. This is the problem that New Day face, because Xavier Woods would probably match up a little bit better with Pete Dunne, but they certainly need Big E here to match up with Sheamus. And that's the conundrum that they've had. What is the best combination of the New Day? Is it Big E? Is it Kofi? Two former world champions? Or is it the man with kind of the brains behind the whole organization? The man with all the plans, Xavier Woods. There's Big E getting chopped away now by Pete Dunne. Well, so far, Pete Dunne's been in control, as has Sheamus, so the New Day, they need something here. There's Big E able to get Pete Dunne to go head first off the apron. Oh my goodness, what about the power there by Big E? He's going to press Pete Dunne high in the air and drops him down. And that is what Big E brings to the table. He's just ungodly strength. It is just incredible. Big E is just a freak. He is so strong. Belly to belly. Into the suplex across the ring. He's going to do it again as he deadlifts Pete Dunne into the gut wrench and drops him down. Pete Dunne back to his feet though. And Big E straight away back on the attack. And this is good here from Big E. This is why he's been a world champion in the past. He's had success because he is relentless at times. The thing about Big E is he's, everyone knows he's a nice guy. Deep down inside, he's well loved by the fans, respected by his peers. But when the bell rings, that's when he changes into a whole nother person. He turns into a vicious competitor. As Sheamus has Big E up, and he's looking to submit him here. And this is what Sheamus brings to the table. So powerful, so big, and incredibly strong himself. Nobody's going to be able to match up with that, except maybe a Big E. Alabama slam there by Sheamus into the cover. Could be all here for Big E, but a kick out. Sheamus still bleeding badly above the eye. Big E's caused that. You can tell Sheamus wants to get a bit of revenge here. He's got Big E up again. Is he going to look for the Alabama slam one more time? Sheamus seeking revenge. Looking to search and destroy right now as Big E's trying to hang on. Sheamus up though on the shoulders. Look out here. Sheamus dropped down with a big slam. Big E thought about a tag, and this is what the New Day need to utilize is their excellent tag teamwork and chemistry, but that's a major mistake there, allowing Sheamus to hit the diving tag. That's a real big mistake and an oversight there by Big E. I don't think he expected Sheamus to do that, but Pete Dunne is in, and he's looking good and fired up at the moment. Looking to go off the top rope. Oh, drops the leg, but I think he's just misfired there. I think Kofi Kingston being in the corner put him off a little bit there. I think when he got to the top of the rope, he probably realized, hey, I'm in the wrong part of town here. And I think he just kind of misjudged his big leg drop, but nonetheless, Big E continues the offense. He takes advantage of the mistake with a belly-to-belly, and Big E's now back in control and wants to bring in the experience of Kofi Kingston. The man has won just about every championship there is to win. Pete Dunne. He connects there on Big E and connects on Kofi as well. And flips him over to the other side of the ring. Well, at least this time Pete Dunne was able to connect on Big E instead of getting a knee to the face. So Pete Dunne gets the one up on Sheamus there. As he's now going to go to the top rope again. Big E's right there. Double foot stomp. He connects this time. Much better there by Pete Dunne. Able to find the big move. As now he's got a shot to the midsection. Looking to go for a suplex. Instead he drops him down in front and he wrenches the arm back. Kofi's in a bit of trouble here. Can he continue the hold, or is he going to try and wrap up the rest of the body as well? He's got the other arm as well. Look at the bend back every finger. This is what makes him dangerous. Pete Dunne, certainly tough as nails. He is the bruiserweight. He's learning from Sheamus how to be a star, how to be a champion. Could he capture a championship tonight? Pete Dunne has got Kofi wrapped up. Pete Dunne hooks the leg. Big E's coming though. Will he get there in time? He does. Not to be there for Dunne. That would have been a huge win for him. Not only would he be winning with Sheamus at Hell in a Cell, he'd be capturing a championship, but he'd be doing it himself. He'd be the one getting the pinfall. Enziguri rolls over Kingston, close to the ropes. Will there be a break? No. But Kofi kicks out. So far, this has been a tough assignment here for the New Day. They lost to Sheamus and Pete Dunne a couple of weeks ago. We said on that night that they needed to change something. Sheamus and Dunne were just far too good that occasion. Well, so far, even though Big E is here, he's trying to fight Sheamus ringside, I believe. It still isn't quite working, but Kofi has a plan to come back, and he starts it with a suplex. The experience of Kofi Kingston. Can he find a big move? Can he dig down deep and secure the win for his team? Here comes Kofi, looking for the boom drop. Gotta be it here for the New Day. Kingston to beat Dunne. The cover. No, a kick out of 2. Pete Dunne stays alive in this match for his team. Sheamus is back on the apron, available to tag. Pete Dunne with the counter. Doesn't allow the German suplex to take place. Sheamus has the tag. Sheamus. Oh! Bird kick by Sheamus. Hooks the leg. Big E won't get there. Sheamus got the tag. Hit the bird kick. Good night. It's over. Sheamus and Pete Dunne are the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and they're not done yet. Oh, come on. This is not needed. You beat them. You won. You're the Tag Team Champions. You don't need to continue this assault. They're sending more of a message. They're beating down Kingston. They beat down Big E. Sheamus and Dunne. This is a brand new team, but they have got it together quickly. They are already the Tag Team Champions of SmackDown. Well, after crowning our first inaugural champion of the night, it is time to do it again. And we have the Raw Women's Championship match. Well, we haven't had too much of a chance to witness the build-up towards this one, but what we've seen so far is it's been very competitive among the women of Raw. Asuka has been one of those. 2 wins to her name already. We saw her confronting the other women in the division as well. Charlotte Flair and Asuka going face-to-face. Asuka's not afraid of anyone at the moment in this division. She's willing to fight anybody at any given time. And we know the Raw Women's Championship would be a terrific asset to her resume that is already filled of so many accomplishments. She has done it all here in the WWE, and it'd be fantastic to see her get to the top again. But as I said, fatal 4-way situation, not going to be easy. And we can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, this fatal 4-way will be an elimination match. So elimination rules. So that will play a huge part in this match. We'll talk more about that in a moment's time as Bianca Belair on her way to the ring. Well, Bianca has gone from NXT to the main roster, and ever since she joined the main roster, she has had so much success. She's become one of the top stars in the division. 2 wins to her name here so far in the series. She's had a good start. She's in some good form, and certainly will be very tough to beat. Very strong, very athletic. And this woman, I don't even know what to think. Alexa Bliss. I mean, if you aren't too familiar with Alexa Bliss in recent times, things have changed dramatically. You can see it in her face, her eyes. She's just gone to a whole different place. But 2 wins to her name, 1 loss. That came with the tag team match that took place on the recent episode of Raw, where Alexa and Charlotte teamed up to take on Asuka and Bianca. And Asuka and Bianca were too good for the Bliss and Charlotte team. So Alexa, she's different, she's out there, she's a little bit possessed maybe. I don't know what to think, but we'll find out how good she is in this match tonight. We'll put all that aside and we'll see if she can get the W here. And that's all that matters here. As a woman that has won championships for fun. Charlotte Flair, 1 win, 1 loss to her name, so maybe not the momentum that she might not have, that she would have been hoping for coming into this match. She probably would have been hoping to go into this one with a clean slate, but unfortunately the loss of the tag team match has ruined that, and now Charlotte heads into this match with a blemish, maybe a little self-doubt. I doubt it though. She has been one of the very best for a long, long time. Championships is what she does. She wins them, she defends them, she holds them for a long time. And a fatal 4-way elimination style match, the championship on the line. We're going to crown the first Raw Women's Champion of the series. Will it be Asuka, Charlotte, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss? We're about to find out. Elimination rules, and we're underway. So here's the difference in this one. Elimination rules, you don't really need to break up pinfalls or submission. You can just let your opponent take the loss. If they're getting pinned and they look like they're going to lose, let them. Now, it could be a strategy if you're looking to maybe double team with somebody. You want to take advantage of perhaps an alliance that could be formed during the match. You might want to keep that ally in the match, as Bianca Belair looking like she's got a lot of energy tonight. She's exploding there with a great suplex after doing a few squats in the same time. She's looking terrific. And Bianca coming after Asuka with a couple of strikes there. An elbow now to Charlotte. So that's the thing, you know, you don't really need to go for the continuous breakings of pinfalls. Wow, Alexa Bliss, what a move there. So that could really change the course of this match. It could end a lot quicker because of it as well. If you hit your best shot, you don't have to worry about someone else taking the credit for it. Asuka trying to get her hands on Bliss, but Bliss wisely getting out of the ring. Bianca Belair has Charlotte against the ropes, trying to utilize the ropes potentially. Picks her up and goes for the slingshot into the suplex. Nicely done there by Bianca Belair. Now Asuka and Belair. Asuka has her against the ropes, and what about the kick there? Wow. Belair's trying to roll out of the way. Nowhere to go though, Charlotte is in her way. Belair after Asuka. Now Belair and Bliss both attacking Asuka here. Small little double team for a moment's time as Bliss looking to potentially work with Belair for a moment, but she's had enough of that. So the first Raw Women's Champion is going to be crowned here is Asuka. Oh, what about that spine buster? Asuka could win it here. She could defeat Bianca Belair and go one step closer to winning this championship. Every pinfall matters so much. I get the feeling whoever gets the first pinfall in this match could take that momentum all the way to the end. As Charlotte into the ring post. Harsh landing there for hers. Missile drop kick missing. Charlotte with a DDT on the outside to Alexa Bliss as well. And Charlotte has got the leg. She's working on it. Belair trying to pin Asuka. Just a count of one. I just feel like the first pinfall submission could really set you up. It just gives you that momentum, gives you that confidence that you belong in this match, you deserve to be here, and you could be the potential favorite to win it after securing... Oh, wow! Look at the strength by Bianca Belair. Deadlifts Asuka and drops her down. Unbelievable stuff there from Bianca. She is just incredible. And Belair is going to come to the outside and see what Bliss and Charlotte are up to, leaving Asuka all alone. Well, it's an interesting strategy. You know, she could have definitely left those two alone, but the fact is that they're both outside the ring. They can't be pinned out there, so if she's maybe looking to try and get an elimination and take care of the competition, getting them in the ring might not be a bad idea. And Bliss has got a steel chair. Well, it's all legal. No DQ, and she whacks Asuka with it, who also landed on the steel steps as well. So Asuka double whammy there, and again into the steps. Tough going there. Interesting decision to get the steel chair involved from Bianca Belair. You wouldn't really expect that from her. Usually she's more clean cut. Tries to play by the rules, but I suppose it is within the rules. And why not? You've got it available to you, may as well try and make the most of it. As Asuka comes back over to watch Charlotte get met with a big move there by Bliss. And Asuka's going to work on the arm of Charlotte. Bliss goes back in there, and Belair hit the big move on Charlotte, I should say, and now she's got the steel chair, drops it in the ring. Might be looking to try and slam Bliss onto it, potentially. Bounces her off the top of the turnbuckle. Trouble here for Bliss, potentially, as, she's tossed to the other side of the ring. Massive size advantage here for Bianca Belair on Alexa Bliss. And Bliss, she might need to go to that different place that we know she's capable of. She's a bit crazy, I feel. As, Bianca Belair, what is she doing? Something crazy in mind! With the tope over the top, landing down on Alexa Bliss. Meanwhile, Charlotte has got the figure four locked in the middle of the ring. And Bianca Belair watching the figure eight applied. And Belair decided to get herself involved. What's going on there? Belair does not want Charlotte to maybe take care of Asuka. I mean, Asuka and Belair, they did team up recently on Raw. They had maybe a bit of a friendship, an alliance form. Maybe they decided, hey, let's try and go to the end together in this match. So Alexa Bliss takes advantage of the Belair distraction, though, as a couple of fantastic acrobatic moves. It's not enough to beat her, though. Yeah, so maybe a friendship formed there between Asuka and Belair, potentially, as Asuka, look out. Oh, there it is. Launching herself at Alexa Bliss. Asuka to beat Bliss, and she does. Alexa's the first one out. Well, there you have it. Belair and Asuka in the ring, and they're going to work together. I don't think so. What a spear by Belair. Asuka back to her feet. There's another. 2 in a row. Asuka's trying to get up again. Belair sets herself in the corner. And a third spear to Asuka into the cover. Could be in here for Asuka. No, a kick out at 2. 3 spears in a row. You thought maybe. As Alexa Bliss, she exits the building. Asuka takes care of Belair there. Now potentially a double team. Oh, a kick there by Charlotte. Don't think she got all of it though, but enough to get Belair down. And Charlotte launching a parade of kicks here to Asuka. She is on fire here. And now the Exploder. Charlotte in control. And, well, Charlotte tried to beat Asuka earlier on with a figure 4. Not to be, and you can just get the feeling she wants to do it here. And now, well, figure 4, speaking of, here it is. Figure 4's locked in. Belair's down. She can't help her friend this time. Into the figure 8. Asuka's going to have to fight out of this. Rope break is not enforced in this match because of the elimination rules, and it has been declared a submission. Asuka has tapped out, and Charlotte has defeated Asuka, and we're down to just 2. Belair and Charlotte. Charlotte running at Belair. Belair with a right hand to fend her off. Charlotte with a big boot. Huge kick there. Belair's down. Will this be it? 2 and a kick out. Charlotte nearly defeats Bianca Belair. These 2 women, probably the best 2 in the match so far, so rightfully so that they've both made it to the end. Fireman's carry now by Charlotte, picks her up and flapjacks it down. Ooh, almost onto the steel chair. I think she caught some of it. Forgot about that steel chair, but certainly in play right here. Charlotte utilizing it a little bit. As now into the suplex again. This is good here from Charlotte. Bianca Belair struggling just a little bit. Right hand there by Belair. Charlotte, oh, met with a spear. A taste of her own medicine there. As Bianca Belair with a spear. And Belair, what can she do now? Setting up Charlotte here. Might be looking for it. The kiss of death, the KOD by Bianca Belair. Not done yet. Charlotte slowly back up. And Bianca has got her up again. Is she going to look for it a second time? The kiss of death. Is it enough to win the championship? The Raw Women's title's on the line. Belair with a hook in the leg. She has done it. She has eliminated Charlotte. Nobody left to eliminate. Bianca Belair has won the Raw Women's Championship. She has gone through 3 other women to get to this point, and she can hold that title high in the air. What a win for Belair. She has done it. She's claimed the top prize. She got through Asuka, Bliss, and Charlotte to win this match. Huge result. And Bianca Belair is the #1 woman on the Monday Night Raw Women's Division. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to see one of the newest members of the SmackDown roster. His name is Carmelo Hayes. You can just see he's full of confidence. He's got the swagger about him. He's young. He's up and coming. His future is very bright, and he has 2 wins already to his name, with yet to suffer a loss. Well, this is a big test for him. He's brand new to SmackDown. He's taken the big leap out of NXT. Is he ready to take on someone of the caliber of our Intercontinental Champion? Is he capable of becoming a champion for the first time here in the SmackDown roster in Universe mode? His opponent, well, Shinsuke Nakamura 1-0, and that one win was when he won the championship. He defeated AJ Styles. He's the real deal. Carmelo, brand new, a rookie, an up-and-comer. He's got a bright future, no doubt, but this is one of the very best here on SmackDown. Is Carmelo ready? Well, Carmelo won a fatal 5-way to get here. He beat AJ Styles, Happy Corbin, Elias, and Sami Zayn. He pinned Elias to win it. It was a surprise. He came really out of nowhere. A surprise pinfall. AJ Styles made a big mistake. He was right there. He was too busy taunting the crowd. Didn't realize what was happening behind him. And allowed Carmelo to steal the win. So it might have been a fluke victory. Let's be real. It probably was. But he's here. He's got the title shot. And he has a real chance of walking out as the Intercontinental Champion tonight. He looks confident. He looks ready. But this is a huge step up for him. And look, he performed pretty well in the Fatal 5-Way. There was times where he was great. Other times he looked like he was a step behind. So, you know, at the end of the day, he did walk out with the win. And that's all that matters. Now, this is his chance to prove himself. Win, lose, or draw tonight. This is the biggest match of his career. He needs to just to prove himself. He just needs to be competitive. If he can be competitive, then he'll set the tone potentially for the rest of his SmackDown career here in Universe Mode. This is a massive match for him. Nakamura, he can potentially run into a danger sign here, because if he takes Carmelo lightly, that's when he may be at risk. If Nakamura is on his game, taking this match as serious as possible, I don't think there'll be any concern at all that he'll be able to put Carmelo away, but it's got to be the right mind frame from Nakamura. Is he in the right headspace? Is he ready for this sort of match? As Melo went for the big kick to start, missed out as Nakamura, with a good start here of his own, whipping him into the corner. And now head first into the turnbuckle. So that's decent from Nakamura. Tried the knee, couldn't get it. As Melo Hayes into the big chop. Okay, not a bad start here by the up-and-comer. Not afraid to let everyone know all about it as well. That's the thing about Carmelo. Oh, what a super kick. That time he connected, and the elbow to follow it up. Good combination of maneuvers there by Carmelo. And now, try to get him over the top of the rope. Instead, Nakamura hangs back in there, bounces back, hits the elbow instead. And this is a good start here by Melo. You can see he's confident. Oh, Melo with a stunner. Drops the elbow as well. Into the two-punch combination again. This is going to be it. No, a rope break. The long limbs of Nakamura on display there. Melo realizing that he's going to have to try and get him back in the center of the ring. And Nakamura, clear size advantage. And that's the thing that Melo will have to try and contend with tonight. He's going to go up high, and Melo, well, I think he got the boots, maybe even the knees there to Nakamura on the way down. Kick out at one. Melo is certainly trying to win this match. He's going for the covers as soon as he can, trying to pin Nakamura, and that's it's good strategy, but has to realize that he may not win it on those occasions and can't get himself too upset or concerned if Nakamura is able to kick out. That's going to be the experience factor on display, as Shinsuke's got a wealth of experience, been around for 20 years. He knows all about everything in the squared circle, and he's working on the arm at the moment. He's got the leg and the submission. He's really wrapping up the body of Carmelo here. Shinsuke Nakamura trying to inflict as much damage and pain to the limbs of Melo as possible. Carmelo slides out of it. Able to connect with the right. Nakamura the shot to the midsection. Shinsuke in a little bit of concern, I'd say. Melo's been able to put together a few good offensive maneuvers. It'd be a massive upset if he could win tonight. Upset of the year already, I would say, if he was able to secure this win. The elbow to Nakamura. He's looking good. Drops the elbow again. Shinsuke Nakamura quickly finding out that Melo may be the real deal. This youngster is really putting up a fight here. Shinsuke in a bit of trouble. Melo, head scissors into the takedown, into the arm. He's got it locked in the submission, but not enough to secure the W as Melo, he's lining him up. Is he going to be able to do it here? Shot to the midsection. Oh, he went for his best move. Shinsuke with a kick. Snapmare. Drops down the knee. And Nakamura, look out. Melo is down. Uh-oh. Shinsuke looking for the Kinshasa. Already in the match. The cover. Hooks the leg. And oh, it's going to be a short night for Shinsuke and Carmelo. He put up a fight. He looked good. I thought for a second maybe. Well, at least he didn't embarrass himself. Nakamura beats him, yes. He defends the title tonight. But Carmelo showed us maybe he can hang with the big boys. And Nakamura, there you go, a sign of respect. Nakamura has been able to appreciate the effort of Hayes tonight, and Hayes has earned Nakamura's respect. Good to see. Nakamura still our IC champ, and he'll be tough to beat going forward. And we now, ladies and gentlemen, move on to our next matchup, and it will be for the Raw Tag Team Championships. It will be Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, representing the Bloodline. They will take on RK Bro, Randy Orton, and Riddle. Well, it's been an interesting build-up towards this match. The Usos and RK Bro have certainly gone back and forth. The Usos do have one victory to their name, a win that has certainly propelled them to the top of the division in a quick space of time. They've been there for a long time throughout their career. They've been one of the best tag teams of the WWE for a long, long time. But here on Universe Mode, they just needed that one win to build some momentum, and they've been able to secure it after some back and forth exchanges with RK Bro in the lead up to this match. It's certainly been interesting what's been going down. They've been aligned with Edge, has rated to form basically what we call rated RK Bro. So Randy and Riddle, short-term alliance with Edge potentially to try and make sure that the Bloodline don't hold all the gold here in the WWE on Raw. It's the last thing that anybody certainly wants, as RK Bro, one win to their name as well. They defeated the Dirty Dogs, Ziggler and Rude, to secure their place in this match in the Tag Team Championship match at Hell in a Cell. So it's a big win for them. It's a big night for them. They've been in good form. We've seen them look pretty good over the last little bit. The chemistry is building and building. They're not far away, I feel, to being a really, really good tag team. Well, Riddle's on his way to the ring right now. Both Riddle and Randy Orton have had a singles match against Roman Reigns, and both of them have lost to the big dog, Roman Reigns, the head of the table. He has been incredibly good in the lead-up, but both Riddle and Orton put up a hell of a fight, very close matches, and certainly showcased how good they really are. But it's certainly tough times ahead. The Bloodline could potentially have the tag team division wrapped up, and they also could potentially capture the world title later on. It's going to be really dependent, I feel, on whether Edge can stop Reigns. Lashley will be the big X factor in that match, and that's our main event coming up later on. But for now, we focus on the Usos versus RK Bro. Let's get it underway, ladies and gentlemen. This should be a good contest here between two really, really good teams, as Randy Orton has the advantage early on. Well, as we said, Randy did suffer that big loss in the lead-up to this match just recently against Roman Reigns, so we wonder if that may put any sort of impact on his confidence. You wouldn't think so, but sometimes you just never know. As Randy launched over the top there, and out to the outside of the ring as well. So good start here by the Usos. Certainly look as though they're switched on, ready to go here tonight. And that's what you want to see from them. You want to see that they're coming into this match 100% ready to go. And usually they will always do that. Paul Heyman, of course, has been heavily associated with the Bloodline as well. He's been working closely alongside them to make sure that they are prepared as much as they possibly can be for the upcoming tag title match, and looks like so far so good. And let's not forget, Paul Heyman actually negotiated a deal with Vince McMahon to get the Usos in this match. So Heyman's come in pretty handy here for the Usos in a short space of time. The Usos didn't even have to win a match to qualify for this championship match. So, oh, Randy with a cheap shot. Why not? Another one there. And he continues the assault here as the Usos in a little bit of trouble. Jimmy Uso could be met with a big suplex there. Fall away version as now the tag's been made. Randy might look for a tag as well. And Riddle will come in. Alright, Riddle taking on Jey Uso. What can be done here for Riddle? Oh, good counter there. Swiftly into the kick. Nicely executed there by Riddle. And that's the thing. You might not have the boots on, but when he whacks you in the head with a bare feet, it's still going to hurt a hell of a lot. And he can just generate a lot of speed. As, oh, what about this? Into the, oh my goodness, what about the transition? Jey Uso with a powerbomb on the outside, and Riddle can't believe what just happened. He is furious and oh! Flying over the top. Got a little bit of Riddle. I don't think he connected completely, but the risk that he was willing to take, my goodness. The Usos are willing to put it all on the line here tonight to try and capture these championships. Into the corner of the table. And now Riddle looking really good here. Can he bounce back after being hit with a big powerbomb and connects with one of his own? Really well executed there. Momentum is building. And oh, sweeping out the legs of Jey. And now Riddle, he's happy to fight both guys. Drives him into the apron. What about this? From Riddle, he's happy to fight everyone, no matter who. The count of 8, though, might need to get back in the ring. He does. Count of 9. No, the referee stopped counting. Did he forget how to count to 10? Count of 9. There it is. Will it be a count out? No, he gets back in there in the nick of time. Thought for a second. Dangerous as he hits another powerbomb. Really well executed. Into the cover. Could be all here. As the Usos are able to stay in it. Randy's now going to work away with the other member of the Usos. And the offense continues. And now Riddle. Oh, he's got the arm looking for the Kimura. He's got it locked in. Riddle, can he find it? No. Can't find the submission. Able to get out of it, but swiftly into the Kimura, just letting the Usos know what he can do here. Letting them know that, hey, I've got this move in my repertoire if I need to use it. That's always a scary assignment, having to deal with someone who got a bit of a submission game about them. Single leg takedown, swiftly taken off of his feet, and now the offense continues, looking to go to the top of the rope. Here we go. The Usos looking to fly, and he does! Connecting with the boot right to the face, down he goes, and this is troublesome times here. And he's got the arm wrapped up into the knee as well, and Jimmy Uso is trying to make Riddle submit, and he won't be able to do it just yet. Jimmy's the legal man. Jey Uso's right there with him. This team of the Usos, so much chemistry. They've been together their entire lives. They've been building since day one for this moment. Randy and Riddle together for a short space of time. The chemistry is building every match, but it's not quite fully there yet as Randy tries to save his partner. Doesn't matter, he got the knees up anyways, he saved himself, but Randy, maybe a small little distraction, gave Riddle just enough time. Against the ropes, and there's a big kick. Riddle's looking good here. Gonna follow it up with a full-bodied senton, landing right down. Trying to get a hold of Jey Uso. He does this time. We've seen earlier on in the show that could be very dangerous. If they can find a knee, it might be lights out. But at the moment, he's okay. As now, up to the top goes Jimmy Uso. Diving headbutt right there on Riddle. He scored it. He got it. And now he could be closing in on a win. Usos, oh, missing the super kick. He thought for a second he may have had it. Fireman's carry. Into the elbows. Working away on the jaw. And oh, almost like a Superman punch there. A throwback to their leader, Roman Reigns. Sending a message to him as Riddle. He's got him up. Got the bro, Derek. Will that be enough to win this match for his team? The cover. Hooks the leg. Randy can't save it. As Jey got there in time. but certainly RK Bro had the advantage. Randy now coming in, maybe looking to finish the job here. Randy Orton, what can he produce? Collar and elbow. Orton. Oh, here we go. Oh, into that backbreaker. And Randy, climb up high. I'm not sure what the hell he's thinking. I think he just wants to let the fans know, I'm here, I'm in control. He's up high. Is he going to go now? Oh, he did, but he missed. That's not where Randy Orton thrives. I can tell you that now. Not off the top. That's not his game. A sling blade there by Jimmy Uso. That's more his style. And now the Usos closing in on a win potentially. Randy may have just let things slip away a little bit here for his team. Oh, bouncing off the top turnbuckle. Nicely executed here. Could be all here for Randy Orton. And oh, Riddle got there in time. Randy might have been able to kick out, but still very, very close there. Randy Orton feeling the pressure just a little bit here. And now the offense by Orton continues on. He's got him up high, up on the shoulders, and drops him down for a neck breaker. Really well done by Orton. Now he's just going to stomp away. This is what Randy does best, targeting every part of the body. Stomp, stomp, stomp. You just feel pain in every part of you. Oh, he's taken out the other Uso as well. Now Randy wants it. Randy looking for the RKO. He's going for it. No, counter. Randy counters that. Randy really wanted that RKO. He wanted that win right there. I tell you what, if he had hit it, he might have got there. Now Randy into the backbreaker again. He got it. Now Randy lining him up. The other Usos on the apron though. He's got the RKO. Randy takes out the other Uso. Jimmy's in trouble. Jay's down. Here's the cover. The hook of the leg. New champs. Yes! Randy Orton and Riddle have won the Raw Tag Team Championships. And that is the first big strike of the night for the new faction called Rated RK Bro. They have captured the tag titles. Now it'll be up to their man Edge to capture the world title later on. And the championships continue to be defended here tonight. It's time for Bayley to have her chance, her shot at the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley, the #1 contender, will face the champion Sasha Banks. In our next contest, Bayley had to defeat Becky Lynch to get her spot here, and she did surprise us with that win. She secured a huge victory, 2 wins to her name, 1 loss. That 1 loss came in the 8-woman Battle Royal to determine the inaugural champion, which of course Sasha Banks won. And Bayley was coming back from injury in that match, and quite honestly, she didn't perform that well. She was a bit disappointing. I think she'll admit as well that her performance wasn't as what she was hoping for, and so she set herself out a goal, a bit of a mission to get herself another opportunity at the championship. And to do so, she had to beat Becky Lynch, and that was a tough match and a hell of a win. So you have to believe that she is ready to go. The injury would have set her back a little bit, but the confidence will be there now. Sasha Banks, though, 2 wins to her name. It's been a good start for her here in Universe Mode. The championship around her waist, and Sasha Banks is full of confidence tonight. You know, when you win a Battle Royal, which featured, 7 of the best women in the division, you have to be really happy with that. And now Sasha's got to be feeling as though she is the rightful champion. She's the right person to be holding the belt. But the problem is, Battle Royals can really go either way. It could just be a situational thing. You might get double teamed or triple teamed, or you might just do 1 or 2 wrong moves to cost you, to cost yourself the match. So it really isn't, in my opinion, the best indication of whether or not you're deserving to be champion. But what is a one-on-one matchup on pay-per-view, the title on the line. This will prove everything right now. So this is all or nothing, I would say, for Sasha Banks. If she wins this one, there is no doubt in anybody's minds that she deserves to be here as the champion. So Bayley, as we said, coming back from injury. The confidence was a little low after the Battle Royal. She's building it back now. This is a tough test the toughest assignment for her. But this is where it all matters. The championship on the line. This is where it all comes down to this moment. Bayley, can she capture the championship? Sasha Banks, can she defend it for the first time after winning it on the first episode of SmackDown here in the series? So Sasha and Bayley one-on-one. Now the interesting thing here to note is that in that Battle Royal, the person that actually eliminated Bayley was Sasha Banks. So there has been some interaction between the two already, and Sasha got the better of Bayley in that exchange. So Bayley, I'm sure, will be determined to prove herself here tonight after what took place at SmackDown for the championship. Now, a couple of combinational strikes here by Sasha, and oh, what about that there? Flips it through, lands down on her head. Sasha Banks in control here. Great start here by the champion. Bayley slow out of the blocks here. She's got to do a little bit more. Bayley sent in the corner. And maybe the big match scenario is getting to Bayley here. You know, you'd have to believe that she'd be confident. She's been in so many huge matches throughout her career. Sasha, second rope splash. Landing down on Bayley, effective again. And she's pretty happy with herself as well. You'd have to believe that Bayley, you know, has been in so many big match scenarios that the nerves and the pressure wouldn't get to her. But it looks like it could be the case here for Bayley. She's just struggling early on. And the crowd not receptive to her at all. They want to see Sasha Banks succeed. And Bayley, despite coming back from injury, still not as much fanfare as perhaps she would have liked. I think she still feels as though that, you know, Sasha, Becky, and many of the other women have more support from the fans than she does. And despite her overcoming an injury and coming back and really, you know, putting her career on hold because of it, losing time, losing momentum, you know, losing money. She's lost so much in the last year. You know, she's overcome all that, and still the crowd don't care. The crowd still don't want to see her win. They still would rather cheer the other superstars. That has to eat away at Bayley a little bit. Well, nonetheless, Bayley, counter 4 here to the outside of the ring. Sasha's going to head back inside. Bayley will follow. Sasha ready, and oh, wanted more, and oh, Bayley to belly slam! Oh, that could be all here. Where did that come from? Sasha's in trouble, and oh, a near fall. That was close. Sasha just got the shoulders up. Sasha, she ran at Bayley, and Bayley caught her out, grabbed onto her, hit the slam, nearly stole the match. What a move by Bayley. She hasn't been very good to start with, but that could be the game changer. That could turn everything around here. Sasha working away the leg and went for the spinning forearm, missing out as Bayley drives her into the corner. Finds the boot though, and oh, she wanted it again. Once again, missing that running offense, and now Bayley works away on the head, with the elbow. Bayley up high. What's she got planned here? Sasha getting back to her feet now. Bayley lining her up and hits her with the crossbody. Wasn't as clean as perhaps she would have liked, but she still got plenty of it. Drops the elbow down as well. Bayley looking good. Sasha trying to stay in this fight. Bayley works away on the knee. Right hands right into that knee. Sasha Banks in some trouble, but she's able just to roll out just in time. Roll out of the way. And Sasha, shot to the midsection, drives her out into the neck breaker, swinging out the body, hitting it beautifully. And now Sasha could be on her way. Maybe look for the bank statement here. Sasha Banks from behind, backstabber into the transition, but oh! Foot was underneath the rope, says the referee. Sasha Banks, poor ring positioning, costing her there. And Bayley now sent into the corner again, and Sasha running double high knee. And Sasha will go to the top. The champion looks to fly with the big splash, but Bayley gets the knees up. Attempted right hand there. Sasha fends her off. Good countering there from Sasha Banks. Oh, swift neck breaker there, quickly executed. And Sasha Banks has the support of the fans right now. Bayley, Slowly back to her feet. You don't want to know what's coming next. It's going to be the bank statement again. She's got it locked in. This time Bayley's not near the ropes. This time we could see a submission. Bayley struggling, fighting for her life. Sasha Banks losing her grip. Bayley's going to try and get out of it here, and she does. Oh, counted back, shoulders down. Could be all here for Sasha Banks. And a kick out at 2. What an exchange there from both women, back and forth. Bayley nearly turning a bad situation into a good one. Sasha going for the neck breaker, and Bayley connects with a boot to counter, and now Sasha Banks able to fend off that offense, but Bayley avoiding the neck breaker, which is pivotal to her success in this match, her chances of actually winning this match. She can't afford to take these big moves any longer. Oh, here we go again! Bank statement again. She's close to the ropes. The referee says, you know what? I got to say, I don't think the foot right there is underneath the rope unless she was further back, but that's a big call from the referee. I feel like her foot was not underneath. Maybe the angle we're on is not as good as the referee's point of view, but geez, Sasha Banks should be a little bit annoyed by that. Nonetheless, the match continues. Sasha has to go back to the top. This time she fires the frog splash, the 5-star variety there, off the top of the rope, landed down perfectly onto Bayley, who's in trouble. Bayley, once again, Sasha. Oh, she's too close to the ropes again. Sasha Banks can't get her positioning right. I think the previous time she was a little bit unlucky. That time you knew that she was too far away, but Bayley looks almost lifeless at the moment. Sasha Banks needs to really think about where she's going to go for that bank statement. And Bayley is struggling here. Sasha Banks has done the grunt work. She's done everything she can to wear down the body of Bayley. And Bayley, coming back from injury, this sort of physical matchup is going to be very testing for her, and we are finding that out right now. She is just a step behind at this stage. Hits the German suplex though, looking maybe to turn things around. No. And now Sasha from behind. Oh, here we go again. Sasha Banks, this time, her foot is not underneath the rope, says the referee. Oh, but this time she gets there. It wasn't near the rope, but she managed to move her foot in the right position. And she stays in this match. That was great from Bayley. Sasha with the frog splash. Will this be it? Yes, it is. Sasha just couldn't get the bank statement right tonight, but decides to go off the top with the frog splash and secure the win. Sasha Banks retains the SmackDown Women's Championship. She makes it 3-0 in a short space of time in Universe mode. Bayley, devastated, heartbroken with the loss. She's come back from injury, but just couldn't get it done tonight. A tough loss for Bayley. Well, now it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the first of our 2 huge main events. It will be to determine who will be walking out of tonight as the SmackDown's top champion. The Universal Championship will be on the line, and a man who's already had a shot at the championship and unfortunately missed out on capturing it, Drew McIntyre, will have a chance for redemption tonight. Drew McIntyre was defeated by Seth Rollins on the first episode of SmackDown of the series about 4 weeks ago. McIntyre took the loss, and now McIntyre has a chance to turn it all around. 2 wins, 1 loss to his name. One of those wins came when he defeated Kevin Owens. Seth Rollins was in Owens' corner. McIntyre got into a bit of a heated exchange with Seth Rollins as well in that match, as Rollins tried to play his part to make sure that McIntyre did not walk away with a win, but McIntyre did, and he's turned things around. You know, that 1 loss was to Seth Rollins. It was a hard-fought back-and-forth match. Could have went either way. Both guys gave it everything they had. A hell of a contest, so much so that Vince McMahon himself met with Drew McIntyre backstage, granted him the rematch. He felt as though he deserved another shot. As now, the champion, the man himself, Seth Rollins, on his way to the ring. Full of confidence, swagger, loves himself. Let's be real. He's full of himself. He thinks he's so great. But look, when you're 2-0, you've won the championship, you've got to be able to back that up, and he certainly has done that. Rollins is certainly very happy with how things are going here on SmackDown. He's the top star of the brand. He wants to keep it that way. And he wants to make sure that he is coming out of tonight still the Universal Champion. Things are going well for Seth here on SmackDown, no doubt about that. But McIntyre, has he learnt from his mistakes? Has McIntyre come up with a game plan to win tonight? He came very close in their first matchup. So close. It might only just need to be a tweak or two, something a little bit different, maybe a different move, maybe timing something different. Maybe that's all it needs to be. So can McIntyre make that change tonight? Has he made the adjustment that will win him the championship? The crowd supporting Drew, they're in his corner. Seth Rollins will always have his fans despite the way that he acts. We know that, but he's the worthy champion. Rollins also scored a win over Titus O'Neil in the build-up to this as a bit of a tune-up match to keep himself fresh and ready and focused. And he was able to put O'Neil away in a few minutes. And Rollins, you could tell he just believes that he is the man. He believes that he is the rightful champion. He is ready to go. He is the top star here on SmackDown and loving it. But it could all be gone in a flash, in a blink of an eye, if Rollins is not careful. We're about to get this one underway. Rollins and McIntyre 2, the rematch. And let's get it on. We're underway as a collar and elbow to start. McIntyre hits the neck breaker, and a good start there by the challenger. As we said, their first match was very, very close. Very, very close indeed. But, you know, Rollins survived more than one, I would say. So, you know, Rollins, he's already got the announce table set up. He might be thinking about that one later on. As the referee has a hold of McIntyre. And luckily the drop kick didn't connect. Otherwise, McIntyre would have been a little bit unlucky there. So, it was very close. It really could be just that one move from McIntyre that could win it here tonight. Can find that Claymore a little bit earlier in the match. Potentially, he might steal the win. So, that's all it's got to be. So Rollins, I don't think should be that confident. He should be very, very worried. Because McIntyre nearly beat him in the first exchange. Diving clothesline connected. Rollins with a knee to the midsection. Now the collar and elbow again. He's going to pick him up and looking for the suplex. Finds it. Nice move there by Rollins. Impactful. And now Rollins trying to win it here, but a count of one. Going to need a little bit more than that to beat Drew McIntyre. Rollins finding the knee. Cannot underestimate Drew, and Rollins so far hasn't done that yet. He's been relentless to start with, dropping the knee there, looking to go over the top rope, looking for a high risk move early on, turns around, and McIntyre rolled out of the way very quickly, but Rollins had his back turned. He had no idea. So a mistake has been made there by Seth Rollins. And now McIntyre trying to get himself back into this after Rollins had a couple of minutes there of control. McIntyre now has Rollins, going to try and pick him up again, maybe for a suplex. Drops him right in front. Nicely done there. McIntyre's got Rollins again. And McIntyre, what about the strength there? Changing his grip, and now marches down for a suplex. But Rollins straight back up and hits the enziguri. Wow. Rollins unaffected and hits it again. Wow. Well, I was going to say, McIntyre just needs to focus on using as much of his power game as possible. And he just showed that, but Rollins unfazed by it. He was able to get back to his feet immediately. What does McIntyre do if it's not effective? Rollins, he lands down on the knees of McIntyre this time. Drew McIntyre well scouting. Seth Rollins here, he's prepared, he's read the game plan, he knows the playbook of Seth Rollins well, and he knew what was coming, and he just had to get the knees up, and he found it. Looking to go off the top himself here again. Rollins, this time he knew what was coming, he was able to run out of the way, as now Seth from behind, wow, landing on the head of McIntyre. Drew McIntyre certainly feeling the pain here. Oh, hang on. He's got it locked. Oh, no, the rope break. Don't get too excited there as Rollins will have to try something else. He'll drop the knees. And clearly Seth is thinking about what's the best way to beat McIntyre. Well, he's targeting the head. He knows he wants the curb stomp later on. The pedigree potentially as well. Maybe even the knee. So, you know, Rollins certainly looking to utilize that. And he's targeting the head, trying to make it really difficult for McIntyre to power out. You know, you've got a concussion. It's one way to beat your opponent for sure. If you're seeing fairies, it's going to be hard to get back up and fight. So Rollins clearly has a game plan with that. McIntyre with a kick now. Deadlifts into the powerbomb. It's incredible what McIntyre can do. The strength he's got is unreal. Drops the elbow down on Seth. And McIntyre missing there. Column elbow again. Rollins looking for the fisherman. Oh, slamming it down on McIntyre. Now, Rollins back to the top. Can he find it this time? He's missed it 2 occasions. Goes for it and he's got it this time. Finally, Seth Rollins can fly through the air, splash down onto McIntyre. He needed that. Third time was the charm for the champion. Now Seth, here we go. The pedigree into the cover. But the hand was underneath the rope. Rollins didn't have the positioning he wanted. Instead, he's going to look for more. Seth Rollins, here it comes, looking for the curb stomp. Can he find it? Yes! Curb stomp by Rollins. Does he think he's got it done? Has he done enough to beat Drew? No! The shoulder is up. That's the thing about Drew McIntyre. He's got so much fight in him. He will give everything he's got to continue to kick out of any big move. Rollins wasting a bit of time. McIntyre to get back on the offense, but he wasn't able to do so as a sling blade there by Seth Rollins. And now Rollins, McIntyre against the ropes. Rollins straight away into the kick, swiftly into that one, and now he's looking to try and continue the offense here, not letting McIntyre recover at all. He's relentless here, as now Drew crashes to the outside, and maybe that announce table could come into play in a moment's time. Rollins setting it up earlier on the match, clearly had an idea of maybe I'll use that later on. He's got McIntyre near it, and McIntyre, ooh, the ribs right into it. Rollins tried it again, now one more time. You can see McIntyre's feeling it, and now Rollins is going to go for the big move to the outside, grabbing the leg, driving McIntyre head first into the outside. And the thing about it is, he's still working on the head of McIntyre. It's been so effective, the game plan. McIntyre just hasn't been able to really get going. But to McIntyre's credit, he's still here. Still fighting, and that's what Drew's all about. He is a fighter, but he's getting kicked right in the head again. Well, we saw Finn Balor get a concussion from Damian Priest on Raw. If McIntyre doesn't have one after this match, I'll be very surprised. Another kick to the head. All the offense is just focused around the head of McIntyre. This has been a tremendous game plan by Rollins. He's going to fly. Went for the forearm to the head. Missed! Claymore there from McIntyre. Didn't get as much momentum behind it. And he'll get the kick out. McIntyre hit his best shot. Didn't have the momentum, the big run-up that he normally gets. But almost stole the match there for him. And now McIntyre, that move has given him a second chance. He's going to go back to the top. He's tried this a few times. I don't agree with it. It's a risk. McIntyre missing. Oh, yeah, McIntyre, I'm not sure why he's looking to make the high offense part of his game plan tonight. It has not worked. In fact, I think he's tried it 3 times now. He's connected maybe once. McIntyre is certainly trying something different, and it's not working. He's gone away from what works, and what does work is the power game. Rollins drops the knee again. Well, I mean, when you get kicked in the head a number of times, it's hard to stay focused. As now the ripcord knee. That could be it here for Drew. Rollins, will this be it? No, he just barely got the shoulder up. That is very, very close. McIntyre is hanging on for dear life. McIntyre is hurt badly. Now Rollins looking to put him away with the curb stomp. Rollins, though, looking for more. He knows that McIntyre, you need more to beat him, and maybe the submission. He's got it locked in. He's got the crossface locked in. Is it going to be enough, though? McIntyre looking to slip away. Rollins not really the submission expert. At times, it doesn't usually get him a lot of wins. McIntyre going to take advantage of that mistake potentially from Rollins. But he probably believed that McIntyre's kicking out of everything I throw at him. Maybe if I go for the submission, it might do the job instead. It hasn't. Rollins with a mistake. It gives an opening here for Drew. McIntyre, can he find the Claymore here? Maybe the Future Shock DDT. He evades the Enziguri this time. It's all McIntyre here. The comeback is on. One mistake from Rollins could cost him the Universal Championship. Now, McIntyre, was he going for the Future Shock DDT? I think he was. Rollins, I think he was going for the curb stomp. He changes it into an Enziguri instead, despite the counter there from Drew. Rollins, look out. He's got the pedigree. Once again. Rollins looking for more. A curb stomp. Will this be it? Can he find it? Seth Rollins. Yes, he's got it. The curb stomp there. Rollins worried about the ring positioning. Just moving the body of Drew McIntyre away. The hook of the leg. The cover. And it is a win. Seth Rollins retains the Universal Championship here tonight at Hell in a Cell. Rollins has done it again. He's on top of SmackDown. Confidence is at an all-time high. He's beaten McIntyre not once, but twice. Seth Rollins is the man on SmackDown, the top dog. But what the hell is that? The lights are out. All right, we're back on. The lights are back on. We lost power for a second there. What is going on?
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Whoa, wait a second. I know that music. What the hell is this? What is going on here? That's Cody Rhodes! Cody Rhodes! What's he doing here? He doesn't work here, does he? Cody Rhodes in the WWE! I never thought I'd see the day where Cody Rhodes would be back. But he's here in a WWE arena. He's at Hell in a Cell. And it appears he's about to confront Seth Rollins. Cody Rhodes is back. The American Nightmare is potentially here to provide a nightmare for Seth freaking Rollins. I cannot believe it. Cody Rhodes is here. The crowd can't believe it. Rollins can't believe it. He's in the ring. Cody and Rollins, they are here face to face. Rollins says, come on, give me your best shot. Cody's happy to oblige. These two, are they going to fight right now? Seth Rollins just went through a grueling match. Cody, no, it looks like Cody's going to approach Rollins, but Rollins is going to walk away. Cody Rhodes maybe signaling to Rollins that you might be the Universal Champion, but not for much longer. Cody Rhodes is here, and I think he wants some championship gold. He's never won a world title. He couldn't do it where he used to work. Now he wants to come in and accomplish what he's never been able to do. Seth Rollins is the target. Cody Rhodes is back in the WWE. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the big one. This is it. This is the main event of Hell in a Cell. A triple threat match to determine the WWE Champion. Edge, Reigns, and Lashley. Let's take a look at the lead up to this match. Roman Reigns defeated Riddle to qualify for the triple threat. Post-match, he began to assault Randy Orton and even hit him with a spear right here. One man took exception to this, and it was Edge. Edge decided that he had seen enough, and he wanted to make sure that Reigns would not do this to anyone else here in the Raw roster. Well, Edge ended up hitting Roman Reigns with a spear of his own after a confrontation, laying out Roman Reigns, and it's been back and forth ever since, as Edge is on his way to the ring right now. The Rated R superstar fighting to make sure the Bloodline does not take full control of Raw. Well, he's joined up with RK Bro to form Rated RK Bro, and he would have seen earlier on that his partners, Randy Orton and Riddle, captured the Raw Tag Team titles earlier on, which was huge for them. Now Edge has to finish the job. He's got to capture the WWE Championship. One win to his name so far in the series, and that was a victory over The Miz. That match qualified him for this triple threat matchup. And he has been after Roman Reigns for weeks. They even had a big brawl at one point after Reigns tried to take care of Edge. After the Miz match, he tried to take out Edge and make sure he wasn't going to be able to compete tonight. It didn't work though, thanks to RK Bro's interference and save. Well, here comes the man we've been talking about, Roman Reigns. The crowd can hear that they just do not like Roman Reigns. They don't want to see him win tonight. He has dominated so far. After beating Riddle, he beat down Orton, and not only did he beat down Orton, he had a match against Randy Orton one-on-one and beat Randy Orton as well. And here he is, the head of the table, the leader of the Bloodline, and the man who wants to take the WWE Championship and put it around his waist once again. Edge awaits Reigns in the ring. They will be locked inside a cage. Can't wait for that. Roman, 2 wins to his name, the ones we mentioned against Riddle and Orton. So he's beaten RK Bro on his own. He's beaten the tag team champions. So that is how good Roman Reigns has been in the lead up to this match. He's in terrific form. He looks $1 million. He looks ready to go tonight. So all the focus on this match has been around Roman Reigns and Edge. But the X Factor involved, the third man, has kind of been flying on the radar a little bit. But you cannot ignore how dominant Bobby Lashley is. He's the third man involved in this match. He qualified, and now Lashley will have a chance to make this all about him. Yeah, look, if I'm Bobby Lashley, I'm not too upset about the fact that, the focus hasn't been on him. I think he's going to be happy that he's in the match. He's going to be here competing. He's got a chance to walk out as champion. Who cares if it's all been about Edge and Reigns? He could come in and steal the victory and steal the title and make it all about him. Well, Lashley, 2 wins to his name in the lead up to this. We even saw him get, beat down Mace as well. It was a brutal attack just to show us how dominant he is. Lashley has been terrific. Now the pressure is on him. Can he step up to the plate? He's going to be locked inside the cage with Reigns, Edge, and himself, of course. Triple threat match. The title on the line. The cell lowers. There will be no interferences from the Usos, from RK Bro, MVP, so we can be rest assured that this match will get a result. And we are officially underway, ladies and gentlemen. Reigns attacking Edge, assaulting him, but Lashley wants a piece. Lashley's got a hold of Reigns, hits him with a suplex early on. Well, as we said, Lashley's the X Factor. He's decided to stay out of it. He has not been involved at all. He did not have any interest in attacking Reigns or Edge in the lead up to this match. He's just been doing his own thing, completely staying out of it. And I gotta say, I think a lot of other wrestlers would have been looking to get themselves more involved in the Edge and Reigns rivalry to make it all about them. And Lashley has refused to do that. Reigns trying to introduce a chair. The chair went flying to the outside. And Lashley, as I said, decided to let it play out as a headbutt by Reigns. And Edge has already been cut open. What a stiff shot to the head. Lashley bringing a baseball bat into the ring as Edge, met with the right hand. Tough start here by Edge. He has already been busted open. It's not good. Lashley right there with Reigns. Reigns looking for something. Another steel chair. Lashley waits for him to get the chair. Now he pounces on it. He assaults Reigns. And look out. Reigns into the cage. Welcome to Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns meets the cage, but he picks up Lashley and drives him into it as well. Now Reigns coming after Edge. Edge, though, throws him back into the cage. Well, that's going to be the big interesting point. You know, who's going to use the cage the most? Are we going to see anyone try to escape the cage, trying to utilize the outside, climb up top? Are we going to see, you know, wrestlers, you know, Lashley and Edge or Reigns? We're going to see these three guys trying to utilize the cage as much as possible. We've already seen weapons involved, though, so maybe that's more the game plan. Let's utilize what's underneath the ring rather than what's around the ring. It's all legal anyways. It just has to take place in the middle of the ring, the pinfall or submission. Edge kicking Lashley. Reigns has a chair. He's going to wait inside the ring. Lashley trying to avoid being taken into the cage. Roman Reigns happy to let those two guys fight each other. Now he wants a piece of the action, I feel. He's got the weapon outside. And he's going to grab a kendo stick this time. Bring it back in the ring. And Reigns right in front of Edge here. You know he's going to take this opportunity to attack Edge. A bitter hatred for these two as he drives him into the steps. Edge and Reigns just do not like each other. They've even brought in Orton and Riddle and the Usos. A Bloodline versus RK Bro situation. The Bloodline lost earlier tonight with the Usos, so, you know, RK Bro, rated RK Bro, are one step ahead. Reigns needs to fire back here for his group. At the moment, he's on top. I think he was thinking about going off the top. He still went there, but miscalculated. Yeah, he thought about going off the top and diving to the outside, but everyone went back inside the ring, and Reigns had to decide to do something different instead. He's got the baseball bat in hand and hits Lashley in the head. And now Edge. Well, Edge is already in a bit of pain, so Reigns able to capitalize. Lashley tosses Reigns down. And now Lashley. What can he produce here? The third man, the X Factor. Right between the eyes of the baseball bat, but Reigns swings for the fences with one there in the midsection. He's getting a hell of a swing, and he's been able to connect there on the back of Lashley. And again, this time the top of the head. And then one more time as well, wailing there on Lashley. The baseball bat will do the job, as now Reigns has the chin applied. Not elimination style here, it's 1-4 to a finish. Running clothesline there as Edge is taken off his feet. Reigns now going to get Edge out of the ring. Good strategy here. You need to get him out of there so you can hit and strike on Lashley. And he's hit Edge into the cage. Edge went flying. Reigns wants to inflict more punishment on Edge. Lashley, though, says, what about me? Looking to get more involved here. Coming after Reigns. Edge behind him. Edge coming after Lashley. Lashley defeating Austin Theory to be in this match to qualify. So a big win for him, as we mentioned as well. He's taken out Mace. So 2 wins to his name. Both Edge, Reigns, Lashley, all three have momentum. Lashley being picked up here. Reigns looking for another weapon. What's he got this time? He's got a table. Oh boy. A table involved. That's never good for anyone. He's got the baseball bat. Doesn't want that anymore. Forget about it. Or is he going to bring it to the outside? Lashley and Edge fighting away. Back and forth. Lashley trying to avoid the cage. Reigns involved here. He gets himself involved by attacking Lashley. Bit of a double team now. Unlikely double team here between Edge and Reigns. Looking maybe to take out Lashley so they can fight each other. Lashley just being double teamed by Edge and Reigns. It's just not good at all. Lashley's squished in the middle here. He's stuck in the middle. Behind is Edge, in front is Reigns. He's now, he bounces back and Reigns! Oh man, he's gone through the cage door, the side of the cage. Not the door, I should say, but the wall of the cage is broken through. That could add a different element to this match. Roman Reigns, what is he going to do now? Brings himself back in, but he could go off the top of the cage if he wanted to, but no surprise, that corner of the cage area has been utilized numerous times in this match, so no surprise that it's been taken out as Reigns hits a big boot on Lashley. He crashes to the outside. Now going to set up the table. Edge is alone in the ring. Oh boy. This won't be good for the Rated R superstar. Edge could be in some big trouble here. Against the table, Roman Reigns. What's he got planned? He's got him up. Edge, look out. Tossed down through the table. Edge is in big trouble. Reigns could look to finish the match here. He's going to line up Edge. Roman Reigns, can he find the spear? He has got it. But Lashley's back in the ring. Reigns wasting too much time. Now he's going to take out Lashley as well as Edge. That's the thing about Lashley. He's the third man in this match. Don't forget about him. Lashley trying to take out Reigns. Oh, a headbutt. Lashley's been split open above the eye, I believe. Maybe even the cheek. But he's in a bit of trouble. Edge trying to keep Reigns grounded by working on the knee. Edge will be looking for a spear of his own. We know Lashley can hit a spear as well. It's a bit of a spear-a-thon potentially. Reigns has already fired the first major strike. Edge looking at a bit of discomfort here. It's not going so well for him so far. But he's still hanging in there. But a big boot by Reigns. Roman Reigns looking for more. What's he got planned here? Reigns. Oh, he got the front guillotine locked in. Lashley trying to get to his feet. He might need to get there soon. Reigns could have Edge submitting right here. Lashley, though, he's going to taunt the crowd. He's not worried at all. What is he thinking? He's just happy for Edge to be taken out potentially. Clearly doesn't think that Edge is going to submit. And now he's going to come after Reigns. Well, Edge could be out. Maybe that was Lashley's plan. If Reigns has that hold on for long, it might take care of Edge for the match. Lashley met with a right hand, and Reigns might be looking for it again. Roman Reigns, he's got it locked in once again. Edge has got nowhere to go. Rope break, forget about it. Reigns trying to submit him, wrenching it back here. No Lashley to save him, not that he would anyways, but Edge could be on the verge of submitting. The referee's got to take a look. Edge is lifeless at the moment. Reigns lets go of the hold. Maybe the damage has been done. That might be what he's thinking anyways. And now he's going to line up Edge. Edge is seeing fairies. He's dazzled and dazed. But oh, he hits a knee. He counters the spear. Edge stays in it. And Edge bumps into Reigns, trying to take him out as he's going to try and target Lashley. Edge has Reigns bouncing off the top turnbuckle. Lashley, blood steaming down his face. Both he and Edge are struggling here. As Lashley has Edge up into the corner, tosses him away. Now Lashley coming after Reigns. But Reigns is going to pick up Edge with the deadlift. And look out. What about that from Reigns? Lashley straight onto it though. Pouncing onto Reigns as he picks him up and drops him down. Reigns has certainly been the best in the match so far, but Lashley looking to try and take him out with a German suplex. Lashley. Oh! Head first goes Edge. But Reigns straight back up into a couple rights and lefts, combinational strikes. As Edge slowly back up to his feet. Oh! Double Superman punch by Roman Reigns. He connected with both guys and both are down. Edge looks to be the next target though, lining him up after the double Superman, but Lashley interrupts the spear. Reigns won't be happy about that. Lashley stops Reigns from getting momentum through to the spear. Now works away on Reigns. What about the double Superman though? Unbelievable. Roman Reigns would have had the match won though, but he had to deal with two guys instead of one. Couldn't keep both guys down for long enough. Reigns is down at the moment. Edge has the chance to strike here on Lashley. On hands by Edge. Lashley fighting back, countering. As a hold of Edge here. Picks him up. Uh-oh. Not good for Edge. Oh, he gets tossed to the outside of the ring. Lashley now. Here comes Lashley. Has him up. Drops him down head first. Lashley with a cover. Hooks the leg. Reigns in trouble. And he'll kick out, but Edge was there as well. Lashley nearly got it. The real deal, the Dominator, nearly picking up the win. Tosses Edge though down as Reigns fires back with a running clothesline. Now Reigns, he's taking out Lashley. Edge is in position. Roman Reigns gonna fight back. Lashley nearly had it won. Instead, it's Edge being met with a spear, and this very well could be it. He's not done though. He is not done. He wants more. He wants to hurt Edge. He has been wanting this for weeks now. A second spear. Lashley still down, I think. Reigns surely doesn't want another one. No, he wants to let the fans know all about it. Edge is down. Reigns could win the match here, but Edge, to his credit, starting to get back up to his feet. Lashley was up to his feet too, so maybe Reigns saw Lashley get up, realized just to wait and see before he went for another one. 3 men still in the ring, all still fighting, all have been in a pretty big battle. Lashley nearly won it. Edge maybe not really having a chance just yet. Lashley nearly beating Reigns. Reigns could have beaten Edge, I feel, just before. Edge has probably been the only guy who hasn't quite gotten close yet. Reigns coming after Lashley! Superman punch! Now Reigns lines up Lashley. Edge is down. Reigns coming after Lashley. Full head of steam into the spear. Edge is still nowhere to be found. Alone in the center of the ring. Reigns with a cover. Edge is getting up. But Reigns, he wins this match and has become the new WWE Champion. Reigns has survived this battle. Roman Reigns is the new champion. He cannot believe it. What a night for Roman Reigns. What a win for Roman Reigns. He is on top of the world again. Lashley met with a spear. Edge, he'll have to come back and fight another day. He can't believe his opportunity has gone begging. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an episode of Universe Mo. What a pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell has been. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe to see more. And if you watch the full show, put the word "Cell" in the comment section down below. That way, we know you are a real one. You're a real fan. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Well, next time it's going to be bigger and better as well. We're going to continue on to the road to SummerSlam. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.